Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we'll be doing, well, as I said last week, here is my review for pretty much all of Wave 1 of the Galaxy version of Blokees, plus a few extras. I think these, well, Starscream, Bone Crusher, and Grapple here are from different waves. I just can't remember which waves, annoyingly. But yeah, like Skywarp, Thundercracker, Megatron, Optimus, Jazz, Prowl, Ratchet, and Ironhide are all from Wave 1. Though I am missing one from Wave 1, and then again, it is just a repaint of the Prowl one. I think it's Blue Streak? Correct me in the comments? I don't remember. But yeah, I got all of these guys loose blind boxes, effectively. All of the Wave 1 bots from, I believe it was from Walmart, because they're appearing in Walmarts as, like, their own display stands, and, well, they have, like, a good luck finding, like, at least, well, one of these guys, because they have, like, a 1 in 9 chance of appearing, and those ones aren't organized in the traditional box set that you can get, which, if you buy that, then you get all the characters that were in that wave. But if you get the single boxes, it is pretty random. So yeah. Sorry. But yeah. So, as I mentioned in my previous Classic Class review, these are the more numerous, cheaper ones that you can get that have a smidge of randomness to it, because, well, I got lucky. Well, I say lucky, I had to go to that Walmart multiple times because, well, as I said, blind boxes, they're kind of hard to get new ones right off the bat, each one. So, I had a bunch of extras, I sold those off to my local toy shop, and, well, I got lucky, and also, I got the Secret Chase version. And if you don't know what a Chase figure is, it's this Optimus Prime here in the middle, which looks metallic. So, yeah, like, in each one of the Blokees waves, there is a metallic figure that is a repaint of a... You can get this guy in his standard, like, red, gray, and blue, but this metallic version has a little bit of extra, tampoing that I don't think is on the original version. Like, correct me in the comments, because I haven't really seen that many pictures of the original version of the Optimus Prime that much. Then again, I haven't really gone looking. So, yeah. So, I'm just going to go over designs for a lot of these, and then we're going to go on to our accessories and articulation, because besides the notable accessories, like, for example, Starscream coming with the Megatron gun, there isn't much difference in terms of all these guys. Like, they pretty much all share the same, like, the same joints, the same thighs, the same, like, arms and fists, and the same, well, like, inner core chest. Sorry, I thought I heard something. But yeah, there isn't really that much difference because, as you can see here, like, they had Skywarp and Thundercracker in the first wave, because, just to fill it out, because so that way they have remolds. And Jazz and Prowl here are surprisingly very similar molds, at least in the chest, because, well, for one, these little tires, if you can see them, yeah, the little tires replace the little spots that are on ball joints here, the missiles, and so that way he had the door wings. But yeah, like, it'll be a lot more noticeable when we get, like, the, like, detail section all up. But yeah, as you can see here, they all come with these figure bases that allows you to connect them all together. So, then also they all have these little hole in the back here. I think that's for a future stand thing, because I'm pretty sure they showed off their swoop earlier, and we've only seen the Dino mode of that, and he comes with the stand, like, armature piece for his, like, Dino figure. But yeah. So, let's get... Just trying to figure out how to do this. Let's take a look at Optimus and Megatron, because well, they're the most iconic, you know, well, they're the more iconic bots, and that way I can show off their more unique accessories. Like, so, yeah, they just plug in these little feet right here. And let me get everyone else out of the way real quick. So yeah. And honestly, I do recommend keeping baggies because, for one, this is all the Autobot hands and such. This is all the Decepticon ones. So yeah, then they also come with these little character token things, each one. So yeah. So, get these off the base plates. And let me lower this down a little bit. So yeah. So just for a quick little size comparison, here they are next to the Classic class. And this is specifically like the Optimus Prime, and I think the Transformer 1 bots are just taller than the Blokees. I don't know about the Rise of the Beast characters because those are different heights. So yeah. As you can see, they pretty much, like, there's the same torso that is in this guy that is in these guys. Let me quickly just... It is sometimes easy to get the chest piece off, because when you unbox these guys, they, unlike the Classic class, they don't come on runners. The only thing that comes on runners are the joint pieces that are in the shoulders here, and the elbows, and in the knees. And two little signs, I guess, is what the best way to call them is. These little things that have an Autobot Decepticon symbol on the back of them that you can connect into the little ports that are on the arms. I guess if you want to show allegiance, even though they have the thing right on their chest. I mean, it's cute, but I don't understand why. Because you can't plug it into the base in any way. And I think they might have just scrapped it going forward for future releases, because I think in the new TF1 Galaxy versions, they don't come with those at all, and the joints are new. So yeah. So, there. Come on. There we go. So yeah. So each Blockee is built around this torso here. So there's a similar torso here in the Classic class, but it does, as I flick it, light up. But it isn't really compatible with these ones. But, and I do say but, there are shining versions of these molds that have the glowing chest. But unfortunately, the shop that I got some of these at didn't have those in stock, so if I ever get those in the future, I'll do a review on them separately. But yeah. So, let's take a look at the common accessories that each one of these guys would have. So, in terms of hands, they would normally come with a pair of open hands, and that's really it. Like a pair of open hand and a pair of fists is what each standard Blockee comes with. But these two specifically come with a pointing hand, and for Optimus Prime especially, he comes with an Energon axe. That's cute. But yeah. And also, from Megatron, he also comes with, he doesn't come with an Energon axe, but he does come with a blast effect, which can fit into any of the blasters like this, and in Megatron's fusion cannon. Or if you had a gun like Ironhide's here, like this mold, you can just clip it on, just like so. Just a nice little bit of extra dynamics, just a little bit more dynamic for like a firefight. So yeah. And I think the Megatron gun is also compatible with this. Yes, it is. That's actually nice. I hadn't tested that before this review. So, yeah, anything that has, like, 3 millimeters, I guess, is the best way to say it, can be... You can fit it on top of that. And also, you might get some interesting QC with, like, joints popping off and all that, but I can go over that in articulation. So, yeah. So, you can just take the hands off, plug in the pointing hand, and now he can dynamically point. And now you can do the same thing for Megs as well, because he comes with the same hand. So you just have them pointing at each other. Cool. But yeah. So, if you haven't built a Blockee before, you're wondering, like, I wonder how it works with all these stickers. These aren't stickers. That is the kind of amazing thing that I kind of love about Blockees, is that, for one, how small, probably because of how cheap it is to produce the, like, entire, like, reuse arm parts and such, because pretty much the entire arm here, the torso, and, like, the torso that I showed you earlier, the hips, the, like, waist piece, and even some parts of the legs are reused in a lot of other Blockees figures. So that means all the unique detailings, like, say, for example, Megatron's head, the chest, the back plate with the gun here, point at the fusion cannon, the shoulders, and even, like, the fronts of the legs can be uniquely molded, and you can save a lot of money instead of making essentially unique molds for each figure, which allows them to do a lot of the, like, repaint characters alongside the original character that started the, thing. Like how we knew we were going to get a Starscream because we had the Starscream mold with Thundercracker and Skywarp first. Just didn't know when it was happening. So, and also it probably explains why they have, the budget to do tapographs. So, like, to my knowledge, these can't really be scratched off. I assume if you tried hard enough, you can. You can paint them over if you want to do customs for them. And that is what Blockees kind of shines at, is that you can make a lot of custom characters. And hell, you can even do the Skybound Optimus thing if you rip off his arms and Megatron's arms, because they are the same joint. You can do the Skybound thing. That's kind of cool. Then also, just a quick little show off of the axe. So yeah, honestly, some nice detailing in there. Camera will focus. So you can see a little Autobot symbol in there. Also, the nice tapographing on the metallic paint, on the metallic, like, figure is just so nice. Honestly, when I first got this guy, I had the tapographs on the thighs reversed by accident, and I thought, like, it was just the regular silver until I noticed the back, like, should that be reversed? And then, yeah, so I just took off the leg panels here, rotated those around, and then, boom, swapped them over, and then Bob's your uncle. So, yeah, like, considering the universal amount of joints, you can create whatever custom you want, and if you get duplicates, and honestly, because while I don't really mess around with these guys all that often, I just tend to keep them in display. If any of them do break, though, if they break in any way, you can replace the parts if you have an extra, or if you want to, use the extras they have for, like, junker parts, then that works. And my camera's not in focus. There we go. So yeah. So you'll pretty much get the standard holding hands and the open hands with each Blockees. And you'll get whatever gun they have for that, wave, because, as I showed off earlier, Prowl and Ironhide have the same gun, and same thing goes for Ratchet. So just another cost-saving method, so that way they can have more unique parts in between each figure. But yeah, so, as I have showed already with these guys, let's do a quick little run-through of all the character designs, and then we can get on to articulation. So, I've already showed you Optimus and Megatron. Let's go for Prowl and Ironhide. So, as you can see, pretty nicely tampoed. Like, Ironhide here has, like, his classic little van chest that has a crack in it. Then also his... Come on, focus, please. Then his eyes are tamper-graphed, which, on some figures, it works. On others, it really kind of looks like they didn't tampo it correctly. Like, come on, focus for me, please. Focus, focus, focus. So yeah, like, it doesn't look like the eye there is being fully covered by the tampograph, which I think they fixed in future releases, where the eyes are now just separate parts. Actually, no, they did do that. Because, well, for example, Bone Crusher here. Like, that entire red piece, if it would focus, is an entire separate part they have to put when you put the head together. And I think that's something that they fixed with his wave onwards, if I'm correct. If not, then... Well, on any new mold, I should say. But yeah. We'll take a better look at him in a little bit. So, yeah, let's take a look at Prowl. So yeah, here is Prowl. And he's not in focus. What the hell is going on with my camera? I don't understand it. So, there we go. So yeah, he has a whole bunch of typographs, like the police shield logo on his shoulder, the police tampographed on front, highway patrol, the highway patrol police on his door wings that you can move side to side, and also his little rockets here on the shoulders are on ball joints, so you can take them off. So you can just angle them anywhere you want, really. I just tend to do it like this. And yeah, so there is Ironhide and Prowl. So let's move on to the last 3 Autobots that I have. That being... Come on. Trying to get the bases off of each other is a real pain in the ass. So, here we have Jazz, Ratchet, and Hoist, who, the Hoist here is brightly yellow. I honestly thought he was more of an orangey color, but I guess because of, I don't know why they didn't, make it an orangey type of plastic, but hey, it is what it is. So yeah. So as you can see, we got an obvious reuse of the Ironhide mold with a new tampograph on the chest, and the same thing goes for the tampographs on each of the shoulders, which being the red cross, interestingly enough, even though I thought they couldn't legally use that for any other figure, but hey, it is what it is. And here we have Jazz, and the only really unique parts that set him apart from Prowl is that he has new shin pieces here to accommodate the wheel wells here, and also to accommodate the new wheels. Because that's just kind of part of his design, including the option to take off the door wings. And also the back is nicely tampographed. They didn't need to do all this, but they did it anyway, and I kind of like it. And they did the same thing for Prowl, actually, including the little light bar. You had the option to take off the door wings to replicate his more G1 appearance, or you can leave them on, and they have the same amount of articulation. And also, he has the little the tires here on ball joints, so you can readjust them in any way that you want to. But then again, they do kind of block the head rotation a bit, so do be wary. Though I do like this design for Prowl a lot. So yeah, and Ratchet is just the same as Ironhide, besides a new helmet. That is really the only new piece that is differentiates the both of them. And here we have Grapple, who has an interesting feature where you can, well, extend the hook thing that he has. And I'm pretty sure the Inferno repaint has a ladder instead of this hook. Though I do think he does come with the same little rocket gun thing that doesn't really fit well in his hand. So I just flipped the arm ports out and then just plug it into their little arm grappling hook thing. Yeah. Though his chest is annoyingly wobbly. Though it is, again, nicely tamper-graphed. So yeah, now let's move on to the other Decepticons of the line. Let's take a look at Starscream and his Seekers. So, yeah, all of them are the same mold. So, each one of all of their wings are tamper-graphed, as you can see. Though Starscream's is more tamper-graphed compared to these two. So yeah. Then he is the only one to come with a unique gun accessory, that being the Megatron gun. That, if you just take it off here and then unslide. Come on. There we go. That you can take out of his hand, and now you can give it to anyone. It's compatible with with all of their fists. So yeah, and also their null rays are all on ball joints, and that's really different. That's the only real difference that they all share. So yeah. So, as you can see, you just need to latch the bases over like this. So yeah, and now, that and also, well, now time for the oddball that I have. And that being Bone Crusher, I think his name is. He's the only Constructicon that I have, and honestly I was trying to go for someone else, but hey, it is what it is. Blind boxes are blind for a reason. So yeah. So, not a bad figure in my opinion, just a whole lot of green. This is coming out of my camera as a neon green, when in reality it's more of a darker-esque green. But yeah. So, new shoulders, new chest that can open up and revealing more tamper-graphing for some reason. I don't know why, but the fact that they didn't just make this part of the chest is interesting to me. Maybe they could be using this part for later Devastator, maybe? Considering we recently got the little mini, Galaxy figures that has a mini Scrapper? Or, the one with, the hook bucket thing. That has the compatibility with these shoulder joints. So, maybe they could be working on a Devastator in the future. Who knows? But, yeah. He does come with a different gun than everyone else. Well, in this review, I mean. This was the unique repeat gun, essentially. So, yeah. Again, if you like Constructicons, then, yeah, it's good. So, yeah. So, let's move on to a quick articulation. Let's do it with the Chase Optimus Prime. So, let me get his guns get his gun and his fist back on him. Or, well, get the fist back on him and then take the gun off. But yeah, we're already here. So yeah, so then also let me get everyone else back in the shot. Sorry about all that. Just need to get everyone else back up here. So yeah, for the basic articulation for all these guys, do note it's going to differ between a few because either their shoulder pads that tends to be really it, really, honestly, because they all have similar, like, just blocky shoulder pads, while Optimus, Megatron, Bone Crusher, and the Seekers have different looking ones. So yeah, so for his articulation at the head, just a full ball joint, so you can do a full 360, up and down movement. It is just on a ball joint, as you can see, so it can become a bit dislodged if you push it forward, so you wouldn't really get looking all up that far. Full rotation here at the shoulder, and then there is a ball joint inside of the chest, allowing for a little bit of a butterfly joint, actually. And you can use the actual shoulder joint to add to it. Arms can go out that far, though I think on Ironhide you can go out even further. As I said, like, some shoulder pads limit the articulation a little bit. You get a full rotation here at the elbow, a little bit over 90 degrees at the elbow, a ball joint at the wrist for a full rotation and some, well, expressive movement. You'll get a full rotation at the waist. Also, I forgot to show how just well painted this figure is. Just, it's so nice having the metallic version. When I saw this, like, after I opened it, I just went, holy shit. So yeah, and legs can go forward. Don't lose your arm, Optimus. So legs can go forward that far and back that far. Can go out that far. Full rotation at the knee. Knees can bend to a little over 90. And then the ankles are on ball joints. So you can get a pretty good pivot. Get a little bit of rotation. Then some forwards and some backwards movement. So yeah. Honestly, these guys are a lot of fun, and honestly, really great desk toys. If you haven't seen other reviews, or if you haven't, like, seen these at all, I honestly recommend getting these. These are like $10 each, and I do believe, yeah, let me get Megatron in here. Yeah, they're just a little bit bigger than a core class. Actually, here is core class Optimus and Megs. So they are just a little bit bigger and can still fit in your pocket. So yeah, honestly, I do recommend these guys. If you find them in stores, then honestly, go for them. Honestly, go for them because they are a fun time. And if you do get duplicates, sell them, I guess. Or keep them around, or keep them around for, spare parts. Because I've seen people do some awesome customs with these guys. Hell, I've even seen people do a Ratchet Megatron with the new Blokees figures, which is a reference to the old Marvel comics of when Ratchet and Megatron fused, and I'm giving no more context to that, because if you want to find out, figure it out yourself. So yeah, this has been my review for the Wave 1 of Galaxy Figure Blokees. Also, do note this wasn't sponsored. I just found these in stores. Would I love a sponsorship? Yes, please. So yeah, so this has been my review. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I'll link a few of my playlists down in the description and in the pinned comment below of all my other reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe, all those fun doodads. I hope you have a good rest of your day. This is me, signing out. Peace.